much out for Tom Kendrick, everybody.
I feel so bad for him. You got it?
So this next guy, what a piece of shit. Hey, who all here is to see Tanner tonight, honestly? Who all stand? That's a big ass family. Have y'all heard of condoms? No, yeah, right. Tanner has neither. Yeah. Now this next guy comes to
said they're cats.
he told me you went to comedy here, I told him, I was like, well, man, that's cool and all, but you gotta be good. And if you're not good, I get to shave your beard off. He started practicing real quick. So give a warm Charlestown welcome for your guy you've been waiting for. Give it up for Tanner Cole. What's up, Charlestown?
I love you. So Andy was saying something about shaving my beard. If I'm terrible, well, the only thing that's going to be shaved at the end of this night is my butt. Word. So Tom came up earlier and said something about me, you know, catching me in the bathroom, adjusting my Depends. Well, truth, I was. That's a fact, I was. But I left him at home. So you in the front row, you might be in the splash zone. I'm sorry, we didn't have any commemorative Gallagher sheets. We ran out. For those who don't know me, my name is Tanner Cole. I'm from Charlestown. A couple things about me. No, I'm not the kid from Sixth Sense. But I do occasionally see Bruce Willis. That's usually about after 15 beers. And he only does that one line from Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay, mother! Oh, I forgot something. My parents are here tonight. Shout out to my grandma. She's here tonight. Maternal figures are awesome. So I'm going to try not to cuss and curse. So we're going to see how long this shit's going to last. So Danny was saying something earlier about going to a 2-year college and getting an associate's degree. I also have an associate's degree. I went to Vincennes University, where the unofficial tagline is the best 3 years at a 2-year school you'll ever have. Let me tell you something, they were bitching. Had a good time. But you know, when you go away to college, it's amazing with the people you meet. And you never know when you're gonna run into fellow alumni. And this is also the best way that I can tie into the first time I ever went to a strip club. Also, my first lap dance. Fun fact. So, it's my buddy's bachelor party. This is about 5 years ago. The marriage went okay, they're divorced now. Shout out Donnie Lewis. So I'm the best man at the wedding, and all my friends decide, like, hey, you're the best man, we should treat you to a lap dance. And I'm like, you know what? I think you're right. Now, who here's been to the strip club? Now, I love scantily clad women as much as the next guy, but what I really love is the smell of the strippers, because everyone smells like a homemade snickerdoodle from Grandma's house. Right? So, you know, take you back to the room. There's usually a huge buff guy there, and he's usually like, hey, don't touch it. And usually, like, I'm already just scared of this guy because he looks like he could beat me up, but that's like everybody. So, you know, we take you back to the room, and, you know, the girl starts dancing on me and everything, and I'm like, I'm nervous, you know, this is my first time, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. Grandma never took me to the strip club to learn anything, so I'm just sitting there, and I'm just sitting on my hands, and I'm not letting her, you know, I don't know what's going on. She can sense the tension, and probably the thing that killed the mood the most was Kiss from an Angel by Hinder was playing. And, like, that's a depressing song, and it's also, like, a freaking awful song at the same time. So I have this weird, like, depressed sexual tension going on, and it's just, like, really weird. She senses, like, she doesn't catch the vibe, and I'm not catching it either. So she starts making small talk with me, and I was like, oh, so, hey, where are you from? Indiana, I guess. It's like, oh, well, what are you doing in town for? Well, I'm home from college and I'm here to celebrate my buddy's bachelor party. Oh, well, that's nice. So where do you go to school? Well, I go to Vincennes University. And this is where the magic happens. She just turns around. Oh, I did too. So automatically, my implication's going to a great career. Shout out to Mark. But so the night goes on, or the dance goes on, I don't know. It felt like 4 hours, but it was like 2 songs. By the way, her name was Chevelle. She was a 69 model, and I'm not talking about the year, I'm talking about her age. But she did this one move at the end of the night that totally caught me off guard. She totally spins around where she faces me and does this little thing down my face, because I have a beard, that kind of deal. And she goes, oh, your beard, it's so soft. And this is where I came up with the smoothest line ever. Thank you. I use conditioner. So I went to college, right? And I like to party. Who likes to party? Heck yeah. Hold on a second. I just started drinking about an hour ago. And so one night I went to this party. And it had this with some of my friends. And it was this really weird vibe. There's 4 of us. And we think, this girl I've been talking to, she's just been hyping it up all week. Like, oh my God, it's gonna be the greatest time ever. You should totally come. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. And so we show up and we walk in, and it's just 4 of us, 6 of her friends. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. And, we start playing drinking games and trying to rage and have a great time. But it's kind of weird to get to the party mood when they're playing Sarah McLachlan in the background. It's like, in the arms of an angel. And you feel like you're in a scene from Project X, but it's also like an Adopt a Puppy commercial. It's pretty sad. But so, luck behold, I meet this girl that night, and she's pretty cool. And she's like, hey, do you want to come up to my room? And I'm like, I've seen enough American Pie movies to know where this is going. So yes, I will go out there and see what's going on. And we go out there, and lo and behold, I thought I still had to work my way in there. And she just pushes me on the bed. She gets on me and she starts kissing me. And I'm like, well, hot dog, all right. And this goes on for what I feel like is 3 kissing minutes, which is the equivalent of 30 seconds. And she pulls off of me, she looks at me, really strange. Kind of gives me this look, and I'm like, is everything okay? Did I do something? She's like, no. She's like, kind of giggles. I was like, what? She's like, oh, it's your beard. And I'm like, well, what about it? I can't really do anything with it right now. It's on my face. And she's like, no, it tickles. It kind of reminds me of kissing my dad. And I was really taken aback by that. Because one, how close are you with your dad? Is this kind of like a stepdad kind of a thing? And do you kiss your grandmother with that much tongue? But I tried to get less distracted, and I tried to get back into the mood of everything. And, it's just really hard, because, I just have this deep, burning desire in my heart this whole time to ask her, who's a better kisser, me or her dad? I have to know, this is distracting me. And she could tell that, I'm just something's off, So she takes her hands and surprises me, and reaches down my pants and grabs my furry little man buns. And I was like, do you also touch your dad this way? All right, real quick, before I get off here, I want to give a big birthday shout out to my cousin Caleb. It's his birthday today. So, my cousin Caleb, he's great, he's a good dude, he's a father, he's a husband, he's got a good job, and he's really intelligent. He's held a 4.0 up until, I don't know, what are you, Master's MBA? Master in Bitch in Accounting? Alright. So, and he's the smartest dumbass I know, literally. The kid has more common sense than an unborn child. Or less common sense, rather. Which makes her a really gullible person. So we're 9 years old, and my grandma likes to take us shopping and stuff, spend time with the grandkids. And So I learned this new game at school this week. And it's, if your hand's bigger than your face, you have cancer. Alright, so when you do this, you know, you're telling your buddy, like, hey, if your hand's bigger than your face, you have cancer. And curiosity kills the cat. They're like, well, you know, we're a bunch of stupid 9-year-olds. We don't know how medical things work. So we're gonna see if this is true. And they do it. Pop him on the head real quick. So I do this to my cousin Caleb. I'm like, hey, Caleb, if your hand's bigger than your face, you have cancer. And he goes, really? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, science. It's fact. And he goes up, places his hand on his face, and then I whop it. Just whap! Real quick. And he's just like, oh, man! And then he does it again. And you know, it was funny the first 6 times, and then it got really sad, because he just didn't get it. It got so bad to the point where, like, my grandma had to turn around and go, Tanner, stop! He's not gonna get it. Hey guys, I've been Tanner Cole. That's pretty much all I got. You guys have been awesome. I love you all. Thanks for Andy for letting me come on tonight. I want to give a shout out to all the other comedians. Jamie, Danny, and Tyler. They were all also awesome. And y'all have a great night. Love you, Charlestown.